Find a real one. Oh, you really are smiling, aren't you?
Do you know why?
She's intrigued. What's going on? It's your boy S10 with the Intel, and you can already see Rakai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, Governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Doctor Who, Season 10, Episode 2. This episode is called Smile. We are in a whole new age of companions. We had one that was a bit of a maybe, and another one that's more of a definite, regardless of the fact they have made their introductions there here on the scene. Rakai, how you feeling about that?
I don't know how I feel about it, for real. I mean, it's you know, Nardole and Bill. So I'm just ready to see what's in store. So
yeah, I'm with you. Let's just get to the storytelling and let the hijinks commence. Make sure you all stay to the very end, because you already know me and Rakai. We're gonna chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth over the things we've enjoyed and over some of the things we may be scratching our heads over. So without any further ado, let's get started.
So, what do we do? Do I have to sit somewhere? Are there seatbelts?
That's a good question. Why aren't there seatbelts?
Bill asks the best questions.
She does.
But you can't reach the controls from the seats. What's the point in that? Or do you have stretchy arms like Mr. Fantastic?
Oh, I steer the TARDIS. You negotiate with it.
He is so intrigued with her too.
And where you need to
She
be.
asks the best questions.
That's where she takes you.
How much did it cost?
Yeah, $3.99. 5-finger discount.
Stole it.
Seriously?
No.
She
Why?
said, I didn't picture you for a gangster.
I don't know how it works.
Our mother to die.
Who's that?
Knocking like the police.
World unless it's an emergency.
I'm not off-world.
Are you going off world?
I'm going back to my office.
He getting scolded. Look at him.
Yeah, but that's why when he was answering the door, he said, "Mom."
Kettle.
I'm not making any for her. She could make her own.
Oh, don't be like that.
Human, I can assure you.
Nardole is pissy.
Right?
Make your choice.
What choice?
Past or future.
Future.
You out.
Yep, thank you. Future. Oh, they're in the fields of Elysium.
And Hopeful, she's dead too. And her friend Sunshine, she's dead.
Dang.
Look at the emojis on her back.
Please smile. Oh, you're on 2 tears now.
What the heck?
You'll be happy in a moment.
Dang. Nothing but ashy bone on top of that.
Smiling.
What the hell? Dang, they beat her down to the marrow. My goodness.
You better smile with your ass.
Any way you choose to look. Why, you thinking about leaving?
Thinking? I'm not thinking. My brain's overloading.
I made a promise. As a result of the promise, I have to stay on Earth.
Guarding a vault.
Guarding a vault.
Yeah, I really do want to know what's in that vault.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would be a worry, so best not to dwell on it. Look at this building. Look at it. You know what I really...
He's such a bad kid.
What are they? Alien birds?
You don't want no piece of them.
Mm-mm.
Checking us out for security.
These are robots. These are disappointing robots. You can't offend the machine.
Typical web brain chauvinism.
Oh, what just happened?
Paradise.
Hang on, is there a mute button though? Like, what if you're in the loo?
Who needs to lose? There's probably an app for that.
Like for when you're in the loo.
So, where is everyone? Don't tell me we've come halfway across the universe and they've all gone out.
No, that's the real question.
Yes.
Emoji! It speaks emoji!
Of course it does. Used to. Interesting.
Okay.
But who's collecting the data?
It's a big question.
So what do we do then?
Bill asked the best questions.
Where's it gone?
Oh, it's on your back.
Oh, yours too.
Okay, this is on your clothes and not all on your skin.
Look at this. You knew I was starving. Food from another planet.
Ugh, gelatinous cubes. I've played Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not eating that.
Well, the cutlery is human cutlery. No other species in the universe uses emojis. Everything here is human. Except,
Would you eat it, Rakai?
No humans.
this is a perfect colony for humans, so where are all the colonists?
Where are the humans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a part of the Jello. That's what that is. So that's soylent green. Yeah.
You fancy?
That's like what was that? Snowpiercer.
Throwback. Yeah.
One portion. Is there going to be food sexism even in the future? Is this bloke utopia?
It's probably reading me as two
Black Utopia.
light years. You're going to want to make sure that you've got somewhere to sleep at the end of it, aren't you?
2 hearts.
A place to live, so that when you arrive, it's all waiting. This is brilliant.
You got two...
Yeah, she's like, don't just slide past that.
Working huge robot flocks. You just send them.
She really should not be eating that. You don't have no idea what that is.
Does that mean you've got really high blood pressure?
Really high.
Look, if you black, you gonna ask that because blood pressure's a real thing for us.
She asks such great questions. It's just amazing.
I can see you're worried.
Well, you never know what's round the next corner.
What was that? What is that his heart? I mean, his emoticon thing? Oh, that's the other person's emoticon thing, I think.
20 light years from home. Thanks for bringing me. What is this stuff? Is it snow?
Sand?
This is fertilizer.
Oh, yeah.
Mineral fertilizer.
What kind of fertilizer?
Calcium-based. Now,
Bones.
Calcium base. Bones.
In the grinder.
You know it, and you just chow down on them.
It must be some kind of misunderstanding from the nanobots or something when people are sad.
He got one tear.
Yep.
He got one
Those are
tear.
the
Once he
colonists.
get a second one, they own his ass.
particular interest. Here, cheerio.
Somebody got 2 tears.
Chasing us?
It's chewy time.
You know what it means?
Nom nom.
Chase is very
Nom nom.
I'm out of
Oh,
drop
look at
kick
him.
the both of
Houston.
them.
Where's his son and screwdriver?
What a lovely place you have here. Thank you so much for your...
Yes.
I was thinking maybe...
Look at them. They're ready to grab him.
Ash, Aberdeen.
Careful.
The robots are confused. They're like, they seem happy, but...
Ooh.
Oh, got him! Oh, yeah, because it's ready to send a swarm.
Oh, so the
it just came right out of the
they're a
thing.
part of the infrastructure. Okay.
That's why you can't get away. Look at how many of them it is.
I wonder where this location is because it looks practical. I'll leave that to you all in the comment section.
Something.
Well, look, I get that someone has to do something, but why is it you? Can't you phone the police?
He said, because that's what I did.
Sign or something.
And stay away from my browser history.
Penguin with his house on fire.
Penguin with his ass on fire.
You know she's not gonna stay put. Dang, them dudes just be popping up, don't they?
Happy.
Scotland in space.
They're all over the place, demanding independence from every planet that they land on. Why are you here?
the helpline.
Don't sentimentalize me. I don't just fly around helping people out.
That's exactly what you do.
You never passed by in your life. You couldn't even leave me serving chips.
They were here all the time.
What? In the wall?
They are the wall.
They're all the walls. These little robots, we didn't build this place. They became it.
They are this place.
Built from interlocking microbots.
That is the craziest and most creepy thing I've ever heard.
You're in the belly of the beast.
Yeah, smile. Literally.
Find a real wall. Oh, you really are smiling, aren't you?
Do you know why?
She's intrigued.
Not made of tiny robots, but made of any old iron.
Every spacecraft needs a door.
Oh, she gets intrigued at her curiosity.
United Earth.
Not even locked.
Oh, Doctor Who gonna get himself a corridor. That's gonna happen.
Live in peace.
Yeah. We've already had some knees to chest in this episode. So they can't sense Bill and the Doctor anymore?
Maybe.
Two here using this map. I'll hear you through the thingamabobble.
You think you slick. You trying to keep her safe. She ain't gonna stay there.
Like, for
Yeah,
real?
he does that. He's good at that.
Yeah.
Misdirection.
Left or right?
He already gone.
Right.
Well, they were certainly planning to make themselves at home here.
Goodness. Some old Egyptian stuff, huh?
How are you allowed to do that? Like, how are you allowed to blow something up and not get into trouble? I mean,
I'm the Doctor.
into trouble. That is a standard sequence.
What do you mean allowed?
Exactly. Like allowed.
Beautiful though. I mean, the whole
Allow
place.
me to do anything.
He said,
You should.
he said, if anything, I might ask for forgiveness, but never for permission.
That don't sound good. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, they already know. They said,
It's like it wants to get blown up.
and run. So the Varden said, nah.
I can come with you.
Took that long to think of photographing it.
You said it. You got it. He's a slick one.
To be a stroll in the park.
Now, you know, famous last words when you say, this is going to be a stroll in the park.
This finna be a breeze.
Yeah. Look at the robots and posseed up.
Future Queen. You look like you could be Nefertiti-ish. Oh, was that mute? She can't speak.
No, they coming with the let's eat stuff. Oh, I mean, they are nanobots, so. So she like Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, I guess. Maybe. It's all Egyptian lore.
Yes, but no, it was some older
Oh,
stuff
no,
in
never
there.
mind. Yeah,
So,
okay. She's
yeah.
going through history. Okay. Wait till she gets to the part of what happens to the planet. Yep.
Because we done blew up the planet.
Oh, she's about to be super sad.
This is as easy as it looks.
I've got to know the people who came here.
She gonna be like that one woman crying.
Your last home.
Earth was evacuated.
Yeah, but why?
But
Up on you fools.
no. That's not my bad noise. That's not right. No.
Oh no, what did you open up?
And here.
Okay, on my way.
Wonder if she got the answer she was looking for. Oh,
Oh, are we there yet?
that's the kid that was in the locket.
Doctor,
Yep.
there's something you need to know.
I'm too busy
Maybe that's what the robots was waiting on, to get access, to get to this little girl. But I don't know, they had the key. They unlocked that with barely any problem.
There we go.
Oh. No, that thing got a crazy grip too, I bet.
Get ready to run. Run really fast.
And smile while you're doing it.
When you say everybody.
My very good people.
Oh.
An emergency disembarkation. Good people, please prepare for disembarkation.
Wow.
So all these people was in here chilling, sleep.
Yeah.
Pods.
What is it? What's happening?
It's all the people.
Look, and it looks deep. You can't get everybody up and out and in the TARDIS this fast.
Yeah, he was about to blow everything up. Yeah.
What's in those pods, Bill? Is the surviving population of Earth.
Earth.
So what happens now?
Go out there and get their ass ate up.
We're gonna leave this ship and find their friends and family mulched in the garden. And if they don't smile about that,
They'll be the mulch too.
Steadfast, MedTech 1. What day is this?
the end of the world.
Again? We've only just got here.
What day is this? Understand.
Where are we going?
No idea. But if I look purposeful, they'll think I've got a plan. Why it happened last time? What made them do this?
I think I need to show you something.
Yeah.
She gotta go back and show him the book.
It was all going well. Those are the shepherds, aren't they?
Oh, remember when she said she died in the very beginning? That was probably her.
If we
when the lady
this date,
lost it.
Mm-hmm.
This woman died. There's no sign of violence. So, you know, she just died the way that humans do.
Got old.
All at the same time. And then a lot more died just after. And then...
A plague, a sickness?
A virus? A virus that went... oh, viral?
So...
Grief! Grief as plague!
Grief.
How?
Tsunami!
And all this took how long? One morning. All of these people were slaughtered in a day.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, but you saw how fast them little Vardis jumped on them, that digital piranha.
Meet the robots.
Yeah, that part.
Well, you'll find her when she wakes up in her pod.
I found it in the fruit garden.
Yeah.
When we first arrived.
It's gonna kick off again.
Find out what happened to them.
They'll be grief-stricken.
Again.
And after that?
A massacre.
The tsunami. Dang.
Okay, what?
In my experience, a lecture.
I don't know. Depending on who's lecturing, they're kind of the same thing.
They gave you monitors, badges, so they'd know when you were too unhappy to live.
Just don't wear the badges. No, you can't just refuse the badges?
She's supposed to be here.
Like, what do you think the guns are gonna do? Like,
it's amazing. All this stuff must be led by Americans.
What's wrong?
What's going on? Where's my mum?
Where's everyone?
Look at their faces.
what's crazy is they're trying to protect them.
Buildings gonna be like, oh, it's on.
It's one robot.
It's not one robot.
Whole building.
What do we do?
Y'all better get the smiling. Did he say cover fire? What is you thinking?
Attack, which means they identify as a species. They are self-aware.
They're alive.
Kill us.
Damn.
Here it comes.
What the deuce?
That wasn't the move I thought.
In a coffin, the king sent 100 gold pieces in recognition of his heroic death.
Dang.
Find it, especially if they happen to be scary, handsome genius from space. Supplementary preference architecture.
You turned it off and on again.
I turned it off and on again.
They killed our people.
Well, look,
So, boy, you're not listening.
City, and since I'm assuming you all don't want to sleep rough tonight, I have a suggestion for you.
Would you like me to discuss rent?
Rent. Oh.
So, is it gonna...
Get them pounds right.
Did we just jumpstart a new civilization?
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Intergalactic policeman.
I don't sort things out. I'm definitely not a policeman.
Well, you live in a police box.
Back at the exact moment we left. Kettle's boiling. I've got a vault to guard.
That's all right. Nardole gonna be down there and be pissed.
Hot.
Wasn't snowing when we left.
TARDIS said, nah, we got other plans for you.
Maybe I do need a steering wheel.
How far in the past are we?
And this is the Thames.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Traveling into the past.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Centel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. A little bit of a pause there. There we go. Hey, all right. Season 10, episode 2, we get a chance to get on an adventure with some of our new companions, or just one. It feels like maybe it's just one companion. Maybe it's just Bill. I don't know if Nardole is a full-fledged companion because he's a robot, right? Don't you have to be kind of like a sentient?
I mean, he did have some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I feel like Nardole's kind of like Data, in Star Trek.
I mean, he did have his head cut off.
Yeah.
He was inside the body of a cyborg, so I don't think you can just go back to being human. I think you pretty much, yeah.
I like the fact that we didn't go into like a hardcore multi-episode kind of series with this one to kind of like bring Bill in, kind of like it's like a quick little one-off little adventure so we can see how she responds. It's for those of us that aren't familiar with Bill, she's still in the testing ground, the testing phase of if she's going to be a fun companion. And right now, she's answering the right questions. She's not really making dumb decisions. She's still fun to watch. I'm still all in for now. How about you? How you feeling so far about episode 2?
I'm good with episode 2. It was nice to see were they the Vardy?
Mm-hmm.
Because is the Vardy, are those the same ones from the Silence of the Library the last time we saw River?
Oh wow, I didn't even consider that. Huh.
The forest
yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know, but they was running around there. No, because they came out the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a totally different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something different. They came out the shadows.
Yeah, but they can still,
because I think those were
everything off the bone.
I think those were they were finger licking good. They came out the shadows, so wherever it was dark, they was on that ass. So these are nanobots or whatever. So a little bit different. It's kind of interesting. Again, humanity, we are special. No wonder no aliens ever come by here.
Would you?
Like,
if you was an alien, advanced alien race, would you stop by humans? Nah, I'd be like, oh, they messy over there. Let's go to this other galaxy.
They probably sit in their spaceships in orbit and eat popcorn, whatever, like alien popcorn, and watch us like they're watching the VH1. Like they're just watching. This is one long ass episode of Jersey Shore and Love and Hip Hop or some shit. Like they're like, these are some messy, just primitive beings here. I don't know. It's interesting. They hear that the nanobots who they brought with them to make their life easier, to build this society, the first thing to do is, hey, they trying to kill us. Let's go get some guns. We gonna shoot bullets at them. Like, boy, you clearly were not the top of your class before you got into the pod, were you? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. How we feeling about how this bad boy kind of closed out? You know, the TARDIS kind of goes. He explained it too, straight up. He was like, "Yeah, we don't really have a steering wheel on this. You know, we just kind of disappear." The TARDIS kind of decides.
Yeah, but that's one of those things that we have known forever. Like, you know, and that's why, you know, like the Doctor can get in. He'll steer the TARDIS, but River was better at it. Like, there's all sorts of people. They have jumped in the TARDIS, you know, Amy, but she was better at it. Like, there's all sorts of people that jump in the TARDIS and be better at navigating the TARDIS than the Doctor.
Yeah. Because
the Doctor, he has a purpose. Like she said, don't nobody call, you know, you don't call nobody. You the one that they call, and you come running and help. You know, he's like the intergalactic equalizer. You know, eat your heart out, Robert McCall. Take that, Denzel. Pop, pop. You know. So the crazy thing is the TARDIS, especially remember that episode where the TARDIS became kind of human?
Yeah.
The spirit of the TARDIS became. The thing is, the TARDIS is going to always go where it needs to go. It's going to go where the Doctor needs to go. And I don't know if that's from day one when he stole the TARDIS, did he have some sort of oath that him and the because remember when he stole the TARDIS, if I remember correctly, he kind of had to ask the TARDIS, can I steal you? Like they had to bond. Like the TARDIS like, nah, I'm not even feeling you today. I'm not feeling like being carjacked. So the TARDIS, because the TARDIS, when he stole it too, it was broken. It wasn't a fully functional one. It was broken. So the TARDIS and him formed a kind of symbiotic kind of pact. So if he's the Doctor, you help people. All right, well then I'll put you where you need to be in throughout time, where you need to help the people or whatever. So it's interesting.
Jevimon in the chat said the TARDIS stole the Doctor. So it's kind of the other way around. The TARDIS, I think TARDIS is probably the smartest person in the room at all times.
I absolutely believe that.
It's the whole R2D2 effect, right? R2D2 is typically the smartest person in the room at all times, but since he only talks in, you know, blips and beeps, you just can't really tell. How'd you feel about maybe the meaning underneath the story when dealing with grief and how the alien, the sentient bots saw grief as a type of enemy because they have a misunderstanding? I was just wondering if you had any thoughts or even put your head to that.
I mean, come on now. Of course I have thoughts. Stop it. And yes, we will explore those in the deep dive.
There we go.
However, just a precursor, I guess. Okay. Thinking about grief as a killer, grief became a plague. Grief became a virus, and the Vardy did what they did as good service to try to eliminate grief from humanity. But grief can absolutely kill you. You can stop living if you are too deeply mired in grief. You know, and even grief can make you want to, or, you know, perform the actions to unalive yourself, depending on, you know, what that grief, what it's about. It could be, you know, a loved one passing, the end of something, job, relationship, or whatever, and people can dive into grief and never be able to pull themselves out. So this physical manifestation of grief, or those trying to stop people from grieving, is actually really interesting. I know, you know, if you you think about it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I get where you're going at with that. You know, some people like, yeah, you're doing too much. It's just some crazy ass robots or whatever. Okay, but I thought it was interesting that they chose grief as a particular subject, which a lot of these things too, if you look at the writers or, you know, RTD, Moffat, or, you know, whoever's behind it, they may have some deeper meaning for themselves on why they chose this particular antagonist for this episode. So
I thought it was kind of interesting that the episode didn't try to explain grief. Instead, we had a highly intelligent new race being born, or life form being born, that can only understand based off of symbols. And a lot of times grief is a nonverbal way we communicate, right? So I like that they kind of made the emoji kind of thing. You know, you can't tell somebody how you're feeling. You kind of have to like visually kind of see it. I don't really have a through line with that. I just thought that was like a cool way to kind of like anchor that narrative. The other thing I thought that was really cool too was that you can't see your own feelings. I thought that was kind of a smart thing to kind of do too, because then your feelings can, if you're aware of what your feelings are, it can dictate and cause that loop that it was talking about. So it may, you know, put a piece of insincerity into how you're truly believing. So I thought that was kind of cool too, as a way of dealing with the narration of how the story is being told. Like, how do you don't have to explain it. When you could just show it. I think that's all I really have for that one. Go ahead.
Here's to that point. You can't see your own emotions, and so that on the back told on you. But remember, the thing was, they told people to smile, right? Even when they were hurting. So, you know, the doctor and Bill are running around. They're curious, they're anxious, they're scared. But as long as they had a smile, the robots didn't attack. And I think, and I'll probably go into this a little bit deeper, but I think it also speaks to how we can go out here in the world and put on a brave face that masks our actual true emotions or how we're actually feeling. But there's something about the muscles that it takes in your face to form a smile. It's almost an involuntary response of your body to feel differently. So even when you put on a smile, even if it's not sincere, it still does something to change your mood.
Okay, I'm with that. The only thing I would probably add to that is, you know, sometimes people are forced to have to wear that mask of everything's fine and everything's all right because of fear of being attacked. You know, yeah, that's it. I'm curious what else you all think within the comment section. I thought this episode was, you know, pretty, you know, point A to point B, cool little thing, nothing overly complex, which I do appreciate. Don't get me wrong, I love the complexities of what this show offers, but sometimes, you know, it's just good to get a good, you know, regular old story, point A to point B, and let's survive this bad boy. Now that we've kind of got our, you know, we're 10 toes down into these companion streets, I don't mind them adding a little bit more complexity now that I've seen kind of like how Bill acts. Bill, I think it's just fascinating because she has this unwavering curiosity. You know, she's not a doctor. She's not traumatized from being left at the altar. She's just like this regular young woman who's just curious, naturally curious. And she has a tutor. I love how she calls the doctor her tutor. I don't think I've heard him be been referred to as that. And she's just willing to learn, even though she does ask a whole lot of questions. That's my final thought. Do you have anything to close this bad boy out?
Well, just to the fact that he told her that his passage into her life is being her tutor. And that's, you know, he set it up this relationship between them as him being her tutor. I wonder why he did it that way. Because he didn't outright kind of ask her to be his companion. He asked her, could he be her tutor? And maybe just because of natural, she was showing up to her university to take these lectures that he was giving because she was just mad curious. So I don't know. It is interesting.
Yeah, I like the student teacher thing. It's not the whole granddad trying to watch over his niece kind of feeling that we might have had earlier. It's starting to really feel like teacher student, and that I think could be a lot of fun. Hey, if you all have been enjoying the conversation, and actually if you wonder who it is that we've been talking to off screen from time to time, members of our Patreon get a special section of the Discord where you can actually watch us do some of these reactions live. So if you've ever wanted to just kick it and hang out with one of your favorite reactors, that is a great place to do it. Now, if you've been enjoying the conversation that me and Rakai have been having and you want to see more of that, especially when it comes to Rakai's deep dives, he's able to take these episodes that we've been watching and then, find another level of understanding, a deeper understanding. You need to do yourself a favor, head over to his YouTube page, and of course hit that subscription button, show some love to his Patreon as well, where them dollars at. Rakai, tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
Where the dollars at? Listen, I can't with you because I still, you and Frank, y'all gonna get it. BBL.
Hey man, we want your BBL, brother.
That's right. You know what? I wanted to. A better business laptop, sure, I'll take it. At first, I didn't know where y'all was going with this thing, and I was like, oh, finally, I get a BBL, a big belly liberation. That's what I was like. Yes, I too shall have 6-pack. Yes. Getting my summer body out of layaway finally after all of these winters. So many. Winter is coming. Anyway, y'all can see me at patreon.com or youtube.com, both of them in the same, /New from the Veil, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. Don't worry if I said it too fast. It will be in the description. Remember, everything that we talk about, we use this, but it's even better when you use this.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chef.
Hey, thank you, Chef. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you on the next episode. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Thanks.